Good afternoon, everyone. For some reason, I couldn't tag people, so my apologies. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit to for everybody to get on board, so I can start this new live show. It's been a while. It's been a long time. A lot have been changed. A lot I've been wanting to talk about. A lot I couldn't talk about. A lot that Tony right, Mick? What's up, man? What's up, Carlos? I like him. I'm actually so far addicted to them. Carlos, T-Mobile cleaning should be back online. It's back online, so tomorrow should be released. No problem, William. No problem. The show will be left in the group, so you can just search Tony Baker and you'll be able to find it here. It's been a while. Again, I'm just waiting for everybody to get on board so we can start discussing a lot of things. There's a lot. My last show was almost 5 months ago. So I was looking up the search, and it was almost 5 months ago. Almost 5 months ago. So that has been a long time since the refurbishing war started and all that kind of stuff. So I left it alone. Then a lot of new people started being added to the groups, and a lot of people the distance between professionality and others, I don't want to say any other word to maybe offend anybody, but the difference between a lot of professional business owners and others was very distant. It was very apart. So I decided to stop doing the show because I didn't want to get approached by somebody that, that would say something that may offend me. So I decided to leave it alone. A lot of people, and I thank you guys for reaching out to me. A lot of people reached out to me for me to do the shows back again, realizing that I was making a difference on almost 98% of the people that was watching the show. I wanted to let everybody know that this is out of my personal time that I take to benefit whoever I could in this industry. So I am not forced to do this. My business is well established for me to do something like this to even get more business, but I appreciate you guys buying from me or supporting me all the time. So T, what's up, man? So at the end of the day, this is a extra something that I do to kind of spread what I can do. I decided not to allow negativity for me to stop spreading the knowledge that I learned along the way for others to benefit. A lot of people benefited out of what I do. A lot of people started selling this, started selling that. It started to doing unlocks, started selling phones, started selling the game consoles, all that kind of stuff, and it made a difference in your business. Honestly, I promise you this: the only reason I came back because I saw that a lot of people are struggling back again. It's summertime, so a lot of Jorge, what's up, man? A lot of people are looking for something new in the industry, kind of to motivate them. And I really wanted to do this video to motivate everybody to maybe spread the love somehow. There's a lot of negativity around. A lot of people don't want to I don't want people to learn, a lot of jokers. There was a lot of people joking around, and I respect that, and I like when people, you know, wanted to enjoy their time. But it became almost 90% of the comments in the group that was very offensive, and everybody wanted to put somebody on blast that didn't make any sense, and everybody wanted to kind of teach other people how to do business, but in a very disrespectful way. Corey, what's good, man? How you been? Jordan, what's good? I got you, Jordan. So that is also part of the reason why I stopped. The last thing happened where I posted my price, or I didn't really post my prices for the cell phone repair pricing, and some people kind of in different states or 5 hours away from me got mad or whatnot. At the end of the day, I realized something. This is when it's my business. It's nobody's business. I do whatever I want in my business. At least I benefit out of it. Honestly, I saw a tremendous effect, a good effect in my stores since I kind of, you know, took this turn towards aggressiveness. And yeah, the glass. So the Serge, what's up? You good, Tony? Talking about cell phone industry? Yes, sir. We're trying. Alex was good. Miss you too, brother. So we took this aggressive turn towards repairs, and you know, I'm not here. I'm not here. If you guys watched my show before, and if you guys been with me for years, then you guys know I don't bullshit nobody. You know, I don't say things to impress anybody. I'm not that type of guy. So the numbers that came along the way with the results of us taking this aggressive turn towards repairs made a huge difference and made a stability in my oh, here it is. It's coffee. It is coffee. Miguel. Deborah, Miguel, how you guys doing? So we made a big difference, honestly, since then. My stores haven't been stable more than ever. They've been stable more than ever. The sales has been awesome. The profit been outstanding. The stability of the daily income. Like, you don't get a day where you do this and another day you do 5,000. You know, it's always stable. I am a type of guy where I managed my business to make it more stable than I'd rather do, you know, $1,000 days or $2,000 days rather than do a $500 days and a $5,000 day. Stability is the key in your business, and that is where you end up paying your employees, your payroll, your expense, your rent, everything else in a way where you don't feel the effect of payroll, or you don't feel the effect of expense or bills on your store. So it made a big difference. So, and you know, it's probably going to take me a while to kind of get back into the mood of the show. I grown a lot since. I changed a lot since. I realized that, you know, it really, if it's just honestly, a lot of new people kind of got into the groups. A lot of new faces. A lot of people that don't even own stores. And I got nothing but respect for you guys. Don't get me wrong. But here's what I learned along the way. Surround yourself with successful people to become successful, okay? So if you are not a business owner, if you are not a store owner, surround yourself with somebody that is a store owner, that is a business owner, for you to become successful, for you to get on their level. It doesn't mean that that person that owns stores or such as me or someone else that own businesses got to where they're at by luck. Okay? Luck plays a big role. You might become rich by luck, but management is where that luck or that money stays with you. Don't lose it. So maybe if a lot of these or a lot of these new guys in the groups that don't own businesses, maybe learn from the best. Not me. I'm not talking about me. There's a lot of talent in this group. I am not going to lie to you. There's a lot of talent. But the problem is, a lot of these guys that have talent don't have the patient, or maybe the way of teaching people, you know what I mean? So Alvino, what's up, man? Dave, thank you. So maybe if the new guys approaches, I know, Paul, I'm sorry, man, I couldn't tag for some reason. It only allowed me to tag after I put live, so my bad. But here you are. We haven't discussed nothing. So if a lot of people uses their time to learn the knowledge of people that's been in this industry more than them, maybe they will get somewhere in life. They will accomplish things. Eli, I know, man, about time, right? So my advice to everybody that's new, which is, I remember when the group had 2,700 people, okay? This group specifically had 2,700 people in there. Within maybe 5 months or 6 months, the group jumped into almost 6,000 people. That's a little bit over double, okay? So you're talking about 3,000 people, 3,000 different brains, 3,000 different thoughts, 3,000 different ideas, 3,000 different store owners or business people that has their way of doing business are in this group trying to flush their knowledge, or maybe try to get knowledge from whoever is in this group. So then happened this, where a lot of the new guys came at the people that's been here for years, or people that actually own stores. Again, with all the respect to the people that own stores and the people that don't own stores. But the person that owns a store is not better than you. But he got to where he's at by working hard and trying things and risk things that you haven't even done yet, or maybe done and it didn't work out for you. So maybe not respect the person that owns a store, but maybe accept thoughts and ideas and knowledge from him. Maybe you will become a successful business owner. And my videos also are here to actually help out everybody to be successful, or to actually, to stay as a business owner. I was talking to a few people the other day, and they were talking about, stores has been closing down. Business owners are losing their business, and they're going out of business. Christopher, I took this guy's advice, started buying more phones, more devices, adding more services besides repairs. Has to been much better since. Yep. So that exactly, Christopher. So, expand your what you do, expand the services you offer. A lot of people, and again, I respect everybody's opinion. Kenny, always have enjoyed your videos. The positivity comes from them. Thank you for taking time. I appreciate you, Kenny. So look, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, maybe a small percentage that I met, they're saying, we don't want to do unlocks, for example, or we don't want to sell devices, for example. If your store says your brand on it, then you can do whatever you want in there, okay? Is your rent gonna go from $1,200 to $1,500 because you do unlocks? No, it's not. Is your rent gonna go from $1,500 to $1,000 because you offer less services? No, it's not. Is your employee gonna ask you for more money instead of sitting on his Facebook playing, where you can offer him to do something else? a different service in your store, Habibi Chapa, my man. So no, it's not. So what I've learned, or what I follow, is I wake up at a certain amount of time in a day. Okay, from that time to the day I go home, it's money on my mind, because at that time, the more I collect within the less hours I am up, is the success that I accomplish. So I always challenge myself with myself from yesterday. Okay, so I wake up, the first thing I do, I wake up and then I challenge myself from yesterday and how much I did yesterday and how much work I did yesterday, and I try to exceed myself to even do more. Sometimes I do more and I end up with less. Sometimes I do less and I end up with more. You know, Junior Duani. No, not really. The glass prices on the repairs is still at the lowest that I had at that time. And believe it or not, okay, so this is what. Let me get into this. Cedric, my man. So let me tell you guys a story. I don't want to get deep into it because I don't expect everybody to drop their prices, and I don't want to kind of push the idea on people that to drop repair prices. So let's look at it this way. Let's look at the strategy that I did. An iPhone 6 for $39, a glass repair. Look at this. This is what I did, and this is what I end up with, and this is my results. Okay, that's not everybody's results. This is my results, my store's results. Don't expect anybody to have the same results, but this is what happened to me. So, for example, I dropped the prices on the repairs to almost half by me offering glass repair refurbishing. Okay, so let's say I put the iPhone 6 at $40. Okay, the screen costs you what? $10, $12, $15, right? So you make $25 profit. Now, when I boosted my ads on Facebook, on AdWord, on the flyers and passing them around, the idea that people got about Cellfix was they have the best prices. Here's what you gotta understand: this people are like flyers. Okay, so let's say John. Okay, John is here and Smith is here, and then Kayla is here, right? John has an iPhone 6 with a broken screen. John does the repair for $40. Okay, Smith has a Galaxy S8 Plus, but I don't have a coupon price on the S8 Plus. What John is going to do, he's going to go to Smith and tell him, Smith, they have the best prices. I did an iPhone 6 for $40. Smith is going to have the idea of us having the best prices. The first thing he's going to do, he's going to come to us. He's going to hear the price, which is $389. Or for example, I'm just giving you an example. So he's going to do it with no questions asked, okay? Then Smith did the screen repair, okay? So John brought me Smith. Smith sitting down with Kayla, and Kayla has an iPhone 5 that she wants to upgrade. Kayla comes into my store, and I hit her with an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus for $650, okay? I make $200-$300 profit, okay? The whole idea of having foot traffic and spreading the idea of your business to have the best prices, okay? So, not everybody has an iPhone 6, okay? So that is one scenario, okay? The second scenario is exactly. So the word of mouth is the best. The second scenario is, imagine how many people with an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 6 are still in the market. iPhone 5S and iPhone 6 are still the best selling iPhones that are made, okay, until today. So how many people are going to walk in through your door with an iPhone 5S to fix a screen? Okay, good percentage, 15-20% maybe. So when those people come in, you use your tactics to actually upgrade them to a better phone. So the first thing you do, oh, your screen repair is only $29, $30. That's how much I charge for an iPhone 5S screen repair, glass repair. The screen I charge $59, $60, okay? Double that price. So, my thing is bringing cheap customers in those prices. Unfortunately, based on an experience, tend to be customers that I don't want because they're unrealistic. Okay, and I'm with you, Miguel, but I'll give you a scenario on that end right now. I'll give you one. So the 5S customer comes in. You got to understand, Miguel, those customers, everyone has a key. Every customer has a key of treating them. You can't categorize your customers to a customer base. You got to understand, the people that don't spend the most are the people that talks the most. Okay? So get a customer through the door. I'd rather have 10 people to come through my door, okay? 10 people to come through my door, and only 3 of them buys and 7 don't buy. You know why? Because 7, if I leave them with a good impression, those 7s will bring me 21 more, okay? So this is, again, everybody has their different thoughts, but trust me, good impressions, good customer service always leads you to be the winner, okay? So if that 5S customer comes in to pay $30 for a screen repair, first thing you're going to do, hey, well, why don't you upgrade your phone? We have an iPhone 6 at $199, you know? You can take the phone as a trade-in for $20, $30. J. Kors, what's good? So you sell them an iPhone 6 for $150, okay? You turn around and you sell their iPhone 5S with a screen repair that costs you $10 for another $120. Your profit margin at returning customers is not $50 or $75 for an iPhone 6 profit. You're going to make a $100 profit or $120 profit. What a lot of people don't want, what a lot of people do, they're trying to get rich from one customer. This is the wrong strategy. I told you, I'd rather have a $2,000 days rather than have a $500 day than a $5,000 day. Stability is the key into, you guys are a storefront. You are a retail storefront, which means stability, walk-in traffic, everything that keeps you moving. You're not gonna open at 10, close at 8, and you only expect customers to come in every 2 hours. You don't want that, but you're already in the store doing work, so might as well get the most inside your doors between the hours of 10 to 8, okay? And that brings more customers, exactly, T. So the idea of a lot of people trying to relax during business hours is wrong. We are blessed. We have the best job in the world. We work in an air conditioning place. We work with cell phones, the most up-to-date technology. We dress the way we want. We have our own brand, and everyone is his own boss. And it doesn't get better than that, okay? It doesn't get better than that. Carlos, your AC is out. Probably want to put one of those extended AC out of your car window, maybe. That shit works out for you. So, we are blessed. Look, we're not... Look, I understand that our job is the type of job where you tell the customer, here's your phone, and they're going to say fuck you instead of thank you, because everything is not... It's never perfect. But at the end of the day, what are you looking for? Satisfaction or money? What are we looking for here? Is we can't satisfy every fucking human being on earth. You know, excuse my language. But we can't satisfy everybody. Our job is to get more in and collect more at the end of the month. If you're doing this job to kill time, then you are in the wrong business. If you want to kill time, you probably want to do something else, okay? This job, if you don't grow into it very deeply and grow into it, you know, all the way, then it's not worth it. You guys are in this business. Don't tell me, oh, I don't sell Galaxies, I only sell iPhones. Here's another thing. Let me tell you something. I kind of like this. This got Selfix on it. I got it for free to promote me. I get those every now and then, but I never actually buy them. I don't know, just off subject, I'm sorry. We sell about 90% American keeps their hands on 95% of the day. Preach, brother, preach. Yusuf, what's going on, man? So, look at this. Here's what I accomplished. Here's my results. Okay, so let's say this. I own 4 locations, okay? 4 of my locations are in 4 different neighborhoods, okay? So, for me to target a certain kind of customers is an impossible, okay? I don't target certain race, certain color, certain anything. I don't target that. So, John was good, Franklin. This is in Jeezy album title. Well, Motivation 101, it is an English word, but it's still Tony Talk Show 2.0. So that is not Young Jeezy. I like that album, by the way. So look at this. 4 of my locations are in 4 separate parts of the town. Okay. In one location we probably get more of college students. The other location we probably get a little bit of mix of what do you call it? Of different race or different people, different type of people. So and in another we probably get a lot of workers, like single moms, single fathers, nurses, overnight people, like people that work night shift at the hospitals and whatnot. And my 4th location, we probably get like families, a bunch of families. We're talking about any race, black, white, or Hispanic, okay? So I tried everything, okay? Tell the U.S. not to look for repairs per day. Look at the... Exactly, Ahmed. So what we did is I treat all my 4 locations the same exact way. Inventory-wise, repair-wise, part-wise, and customer service-wise. So no matter what kind of race or kind of people vibe there is, we treat him the same. So let's say at one of my stores I probably got more blacks than whites, or I probably got more Arabic than whites, or I probably got more whites than blacks. Okay, the way that my agents or my sales representative greet people is always the same. Good morning, good afternoon, how are you, how can I help you? Very professional. Never treat your customer based on their color skin or their look. I've had somebody, like years back when I was working in the storefront, I had somebody walked in on a bicycle that looks like shit, that smells like shit. That guy spent $1,350 cash with me, okay? So never judge the book by its cover, okay? This is the biggest problem where everybody charges. He smells like shit, but believe it or not, he probably works in shit, but gets paid like a doctor, okay? And he's out at his work, and he comes in and spend money with you. So always welcome everybody. Welcome, and that is why that's to you, Miguel. For example, you said you don't want some kind of or certain kind of customers into your store. I wouldn't say that. I would say expand your inventory from A to Z and get A to Z customers. Because when you get A to Z customers, don't get me wrong, maybe customer Z won't come on a day that customer A comes. Because maybe customer A don't come and customer Z comes in and make your day. So if you already have a business door, then welcome everybody. Welcome all kinds of customers, poor, rich, crackheads, anybody. You're not there to deal with them. You're there to take their money. You're there to make money. You're there to pay your bills, because at the end of the day, if you're short on bills, you're short on payments, it could have been that guy's money to pay your bills. You know what I mean? So the idea of having constant inventory, exactly, Chapa. Welcome to New Orleans. Is there, and that's what I follow. And when we started doing that is when we started to have kind of steady inventory and steady phone that costs $20 and phone that costs $1,000 in my stores. my business has been steady, and that is an honest answer. I am also taking questions if you guys really have any questions or anything that comes. The only, you know, if you got, I'm trying to read what Jorge wrote, the color green, exactly. So this green. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write down. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So going back to the main subject. Well, Chapa is basically repairing. You know, repairs per month is goes based on quantity. So if you have a good POS system in your store and you average 8 to 15 repairs a day, you know, at the end of the month, quantity goes beyond. Hey Cameron, what's good? It goes beyond, you know, profit, because the more quantity you do, the more profit you make. I rather do 10 repairs a day and make $50 per than doing, you know, 5 repairs a day and making 100. You gotta understand is what a lot of people don't know is they don't buy quantity. How do you build inventory? It's very simple, Alex. It's very, very simple. Look, here's how it is. If you are a store owner, if you don't keep inventory, then like if you don't keep a certain amount of cash at the end of the month, where you flush your profit out and you keep your inventory in, then you're doing it wrong. So let's say this. Let's say you have a $10,000 inventory limit. You started your business with $10,000, right? Let's just say that. Let's say 5,000 goes towards an actual inventory stock. I'm not gonna talk big numbers because I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like I'm preaching to the people that owns multiple stores or that's been here for a long time. I want to talk regular numbers, a comprehensive number where everybody can actually adapt to. You know what I mean? So let's say you have a $5,000 inventory level for your parts and phones. Let's say $2,500 goes to your parts that you always keep restocking, $2,500 goes to your phones. The way you build your inventory is every single month, at the end of the month, when you do your inventory, let's say you have $2,300 left worth of parts. So you have $200 in cash in your pocket. Instead of $2,500 in inventory, you only have $23. So that means $200 out of the cash money that you have in your pocket belongs to the inventory level for parts. And let's say you bought $2,500 worth of phones, right? So we're going to talk about accessories, but I don't want to get too more detailish into it, you know? So let's say you bought a bunch of phones, $2,500 worth, and then at the end of the month, you only have $1,500, which means you have $1,000 in cash. A lot of people do this mistake where you have $2,300 left in parts and you have $1,500 left in phones, which you're missing about $1,700 in cash. So if you end up with $3,000 in cash after payroll, rent, blah, 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 people actually cash this money back to their pocket and think it's profit. This is not profit. What you need to do is take $1,000 in cash, put it back into your phones to make it $2,500, and then take $200 in cash, put it into your parts to make it $2,500. This way you have a healthy business, okay? Not everybody has a business, have a successful business, but you can have a healthy business other than a unhealthy business and thinking you're making $3,000 in profit. So after you take that $1,200, then you have $1,800 profit. So that's how much profit you actually should collect. Because if you have a bad month, the following month, then you have no inventory and you have no cash to put back into your business. So that's where a lot of people go out of business. Okay? So to avoid going out of business and to avoid failure and to avoid good month or bad month, because that's what a lot of people do. You probably will have another $1,800 month and $1,800 month and $1,800 month after that if you keep your inventory stable. Okay, so if you keep a $5,000 or a $10,000 inventory, always keep it at that level. When you close your shift at the end of the month, then you have to have the value of parts in cash and combine it together to complete another order. So that is what a lot of people end up doing, and that's why you order overnight one part. I've seen people ordering a goddamn charging port for overnight. Fuck. Why? You know? So, or not to be an ass, but a charging port for an iPhone, for example, like something that you would actually buy on a daily basis, or you would use on a daily basis. Oh shit, let's see. Kenny, tough subject. Lul, I get what you're saying, I really do. I just feel like that those 6 repairs are worth more than when they're done by knowledge professional using quality parts. My customers come to me and don't mind to pay a little bit more because they know my reputation of providing quality services. We have 25 stores in my area that majorly of them use trash parts, do have acid jobs, and screw over many people. When I first started I was all about having lowest prices. Now transition into a reputation and getting my job done. That is true. Okay, I'm with you, Kenny. But I got an answer for you. My 4 locations we are like the most aggressive, strongest stores in the Tampa Bay area. Like, we're very, like, they fear us. Everybody fears us, okay? But I offer both. Why don't you offer both? Okay, so let's say this. Let's put it that way. John is the cheap guy. And you know, Matt is the guy that's gonna spend money. Why don't you have John and Matt into your store? You can offer this quality and you can offer this quality. But maybe Matt will bring you another John that will spend good money, because not all Matt friends are same as Matt. Okay? So the idea that I'm trying to bring to the table is more walk-ins. Don't categorize yourself to a certain type of customers, because look, in this group, you got store owners and you got people that do repairs on the side, okay? But are they all getting the benefits of this video that I'm doing right now? Yes. So can I do this? Can I say, well, the people that don't own stores, please get out of this video, and the people that own stores, they deserve my knowledge? I can't say that. I can't. Everybody starts somewhere, okay? Everybody starts somewhere. You can't categorize your customers, and you can't categorize people. You can't, you know, John does repairs from the trunk of his car. Then Matt owns 25 stores. And they're both in this group, okay? But can I tell John, you know, hey, fuck off, you know, don't come to my show because I'm giving knowledge that you don't deserve, or I'm giving too much knowledge for you? But believe it or not, maybe Matt started like John 5 years ago, okay, out of the trunk of his car, because a lot of us did that. And it's the same thing. I'm not trying to flip this on store owners, but I'm trying to go back to where customers, you might have somebody with a Samsung Grand Prime, like a piece of shit Android, and you might have somebody with an X. The person with a Grand Prime paid for it cash, and the person with an iPhone X financed it $5 a month using AT&T Postpay, for example. Can we judge these two customers? Maybe John has a certain amount of money cash to spend, but Matt does fraud, okay, and doesn't pay for it, and then eventually comes back and sell it to you. So it's really hard to kind of say, I don't want this type of customer, I want that. We can't do that. We really can't, because at the end of the day, you can offer two services, because there is cheap screens and there is good screens. We can't not deny that, right? None of us can deny that there is good quality and bad quality. And there's good people and bad people. And can you surround yourself with all good people? How many of us got screwed by a good person that they thought they was good, and then they became bad because they screwed us, right? So technically, you cannot say, I don't want this type of person because cardboard box. Exactly, Tony. So there it is. Everybody has a place to start, and Tony's in the group, and I'm in the group, and everybody's in the group that combines knowledge. So my idea, again, maybe you're right, but maybe not. Customer come in, Steve. Customer comes in, needing an iPhone 8 Plus repair. You repair the LCD. They come back complaining the charging port doesn't work. It doesn't like when it dropped it off. So do you lose money on labor part? Nope. I like that question. Go away because full of shit and you know it. Okay, so this is what I do. And believe it or not, there's people that you cannot satisfy whatsoever. It does not matter what you do to certain people, you cannot satisfy them. The percentage of these people that actually exist, probably about 2%. The percentage of the people that actually tries you is maybe about 10 to 15%, but maybe 13 or 8% you can convince, okay? So Alex says pre-check. So I have a big ass poster, like a 2x4 maybe, I think it is, in my store that has my warranty on it, okay? First of all, if it is an LCD, and hold on, Alex, you did not read what he said. He said an LCD assembly, which means the phone was not exactly. So good one, Steve. Okay, so he said it's an LCD, which means the phone was blacked out. The first thing you do, you grab the phone, plug it in the charger, you see no display. No problem, maybe the customer doesn't want to wait to get it powered on. Okay, no problem. Hey, sir, do you understand that this is an LCD assembly that we cannot actually pre-check, so we are not responsible for any other damages? But my phone was on. I can hear it. Yes, I understand that, but I'm doing a play roll. So yes, I understand that, but you have to understand that we cannot pre-check anything. So any additional damages to the phone, we are not responsible of. So this is what I do, and this is what we do in my stores. I'm trying to look for a receipt around me, but I can't. Hold on, maybe I can. Yeah, here it is. One. Look at this. Some phones come in that can't be checked before they're repaired. Yes, you're right, April. Yes, but there's a solution to everything. There's always a protection to protect yourself. Would still answer that enough exact. I'm trying. Hold on. We personally have only warranty on exact part. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Okay, look at this. This is my receipt, guys. Okay, this is my receipt. Look. This is my business name, address, name of the customer, okay? Phone number of the customer, reason of repair, Galaxy Note 5 warranty, okay? This is a phone that a customer bought from us, for example, and it's not doing picture messages, so I have to flash it, for example. Look at this. Look at this right here. Right here. It says description. Repair description. It says customer bought a phone from us 2 weeks ago, took it to their country and phone crashed. Repair takes 1 to 3 business days. Okay? At that message right there, if the customer comes back 24 hours later, I would say, hey, it says 1 to 3 days. Okay, so if you have everything written, then your job is done. So what we do at that description, if a customer comes in with an LCD damaged phone, we would say, can't check phone at present time. We are not responsible for any additional issues. So exactly, yeah, we do have them sign off. The only way we have the customer to sign is if they did not make a payment. So I'll tell you, those little things, man, I swear to God, they are so valuable to everybody. Look at this. So, if the customer is not signed on the receipt, but actually gave you a payment, that is an authorization right there. That is an authorization that the customer paid you to authorize this transaction. Okay? The only reason, and I studied this, and I tried this, and I asked about this. The only reason you are required to have a signature if the customer is have a due balance on pickup. So for example, if this customer owes me $25, right? I'm trying to keep up. Ricky, what's good? We personally warranty the exact part we work on. Steve, what are the ideal warranty? Manufacturer defects 30 days, 60 days. Okay, I will get to that. How about the customers that loses their receipt to claim the tickets? This is a this is why I love Tony. Thank you, Alex. So I will get to these 3 questions. Hold on a second. Look, so if the customer owes you $25 and they have to sign this receipt, okay, I will not accept this repair without a signature, okay? And believe it or not, it happened where my employee forgot to have the customer to sign, and then we call the customer and say, my apologies for the inconvenience. You're gonna need to come back to the store to sign this receipt because we cannot touch this phone unless it's been signed because you owe $25 on it. They don't want to. That's their. It's always never go the extra mile, because every time you go the extra mile, you always fall into traps. It's problems. Trust me. Don't try too hard. Okay. So look at this. So going back to the question of. Oh shit, where? That's a lot of questions. Hold on a second. Still plug USB. I'm sorry. Okay. You're gonna laugh at my warranty, Steve. Okay. So here's the thing. Can you drive on a flat tire for 30 days? No. You cannot drive on a flat tire for 30 days. Can you use a defected screen for 30 days? No. So if my screen is defected, I will give you 30 days to warranty it. That's it. Fuck the lifetime. Fuck the 60 days. It doesn't make sense. You're actually filtering the pickiest customers on earth, the scumbag of the earth, to be your customer. And you have to deal with those people. Simple as that. I don't want to get into it very deep because everybody has their own mentality about the warranty. I have mine. It's simple as this. You can't use a defective screen past 30 days. It doesn't function right. So the customer will come back. Customers are addicted to their cell phones more than their fucking cars. So can they use a defective screen? No. Okay? More than 30 days. No, they can't. They can't use it for more than an hour. So, no good. That goes. Okay, how about customers that loses their receipt claim ticket? Okay, that's fine. No problem. What does this say, Deborah? Look at this. The name of the customer. Okay. Hey, my name is Raul Roras. Okay. I'm here to pick up my phone. Oh, let me see your receipt. Oh, I don't have it. I left it at home. Well, you sure? You have your ID with you? Yes, sure. Okay, here's the ID. Boom. Here's your phone. Simple as this. Simple as this. It's very simple. They lose it. They have an ID. That's why we are required to take first and last name. Simple as that. Even if a customer comes in with another person's receipt, we will still give them the phone. Simple as that. No good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, true. Yep. Tony, what POS system do you use? I honestly, I don't advertise them, and I never had a problem with them, because there's a lot of people in the group that sell POS system, work desk or repair desk. I use Cell Smart, CELL Smart POS. It is pretty good, honestly. In my 2-3 years in this group, I've seen other portals crashed that mine having crashed in 5 years. It have not crashed in 5 years. So my experience with it, based on what I've seen with other POS system, it is outstanding. They're not famous, but they have stable people, and sometimes you don't want to deal with what everybody's dealing with. You want to be exclusive, and my reliability. I pay extra for reliability. You guys gotta understand. If I drive my car into a hotel and I don't want dents on the door from other people's cars, then I would pay a fucking $100 to park it in valet. So that $100 saved me dents in my car. So you have to pay extra to get top service. So I would pay. It's just like you pay overnight to get the part the next day. It's literally the same idea, and it's the same thing where I tell a lot of people I'm not the cheapest, but I'm not the highest in either my stores and also in my wholesale company. But I can offer you what no one can. Look, I'll say something real quick. In the past 5 months, I've been in the groups and I've been reading what a lot of people saying. I've seen people who started wholesale that ran out of business. I've seen people that started 7 companies in a fucking year, 2 years. I've seen people who, sold things and then eventually kind of made the people in the group feel like he's too busy or they're too busy to answer their phone call or oh, I'm too busy right now. I've been this, I've been that. Look, man, if you can't handle business, if you can't welcome customers, then you're in the wrong business. How can I say this? Live a day in my shoes. Live a day in my shoes. And you would say, how the hell you do this? But you gotta understand this. I am not here to... I don't get where I'm at. I will not become number 1 if I'm gonna act like number 2. The difference between number 1 and number 2, number 1 always does what number 2 doesn't do. Okay? So, I am not here to tell you guys that I'm too busy to... No, fuck this. You guys are everything. It's like your customer is everything to you. So, you guys are everything to me. In GSM Warehouse, for example. My customers are everything to me in Selfix. So, I will do whatever I can do to satisfy my customer. Now, I get customers, which we all do in your stores. 2% of the people that you would probably... They try to get over you, okay? But I can't tolerate that, because if I tolerate that, then I don't have no personality. So I would tell people, hey, don't take my kindness for my kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? I picked up your phone call when you wanted me. I answered your message at 1 o'clock in the morning. I emailed you when you wanted. I sent you an RMA and paid shipping 3 months later, and I don't mind that. You guys gotta understand, but don't. Make me feel, for example, I'm not talking about myself, but I'm talking about in general. Don't make me feel like my business doesn't run without you. But I also doesn't want to make you feel like your business doesn't run my business, because it does. Okay, it's a two-way street, and a lot of us here should be more understandable with each other, because we're all in the same boat. A lot of people here can't wait for somebody to start bashing somebody in this group, it's disgusting. It is very low. It is, and a lot of people probably start putting these faces and whatnot. This could be you the next time you laugh about somebody. This could be you, because if John, the new member in the group, doesn't know what the value of Smith, that's been in this group for 3 years, and one day John texted Smith and Smith didn't answer, you go blast his fucking ass in the group. Why would you do that? And Smith has been very knowledgeable and very giving back and very this and very that to the group, and John is a new guy that's only been here for 3 fucking days. You know what I mean? So we allow this to happen to ourselves. How can we be mad about the bad reviews that the customer leave in our businesses every time somebody says, oh, I went to their store and it took 15 minutes instead of 10 minutes? Then you fucking deserve that bad review, because you do the same shit that fucking Jorge or fucking Smith did to you on that bad review, because you took 5 minutes extra to fucking put his screen back together, okay? So, I don't know what else to say. Hold on. Let me check. What's the easiest way to get a capital start repair business? How much ideal? I will get to that, Stephen, in a few. Live a day in my shoes. Okay. Robert, what's good, man? Okay, so no receipt. Okay, on that no receipt thing, but here's the reason why we require the receipt, and there's no joke. Guy comes in and get his phone repaired. A few hours later, a lady walks in, wants to pick it up. This man's repair phone comes in soon with an ex-wife, wanted to... Yeah, okay, so with the receipt thing, with if she has the receipt, I would give her the phone, because he gave it to her, okay? If she doesn't have the receipt, then I would not give her the phone. But with an ID, always, you give it to him. But with a receipt, if he's at work and he needs the phone, that's fine. So yes, with a receipt, of course, a receipt or an ID. If they can't supply receipt or ID, then it's no go. No go. Yes, Jake. No go whatsoever. You wouldn't want someone giving your phone. Exactly. And the police get involved, and it's at that moment it's a personal property. It's like you can't give somebody your car keys if it's a dealership if someone else comes in and asks for it. Preach, Kenny. Admin needs to clean up the group. That is true. I can't speak for nobody because everybody runs their group the way they want to. Unfortunately, but that is true. It is very it's very disappointing to see people start bashing people and they can't wait. We have to be more classy than this. A businessman is a businessman for a reason, because he doesn't think like a customer. He thinks like a businessman. So if we don't run ourselves as mutual people in the same field, then there is no difference between us and writing other people bad reviews. You know, I can't fix everybody. I really can't. I always say the right thing. If like, for example, somebody 3 days ago asked me, what do you think about this guy? You know what I mean? Or actually this week, I get like a daily thing about, hey, Tony, you know this guy. You probably done business with him. What do you think about him? In the past 2 days or 3 days, I got 2 people asking me about 2 different individuals. One was, hey, Tony, is this guy, he's good people? I told him, yes, he's good people, but sometimes he doesn't answer his phone, so you might want to, give him a break if he doesn't answer the phone, okay? So the second person said, hey, Tony, is this guy good to accept a payment from? I said, yeah, he's good people. I had no idea, that they're actually had problems in the transaction, not with the payment thing. It was kind of more of a grading thing, and I'll get to that maybe later about the grading and how you expect your A grade. How do I expect my A grade? It's literally, do you prefer stock refurbished screens or premium quality? For popular distributors, we have been seeing big increase of defects. Premium thoughts. Yep, Scott, I got you on that one. I think now 2018, we all know when customers is salty, leaving a bad review, but overall the shop's rating or great stuff happened. Can't be 100% good review. Shit in Disney has bad review. Exactly, Tim. So, Scott, as far as quality screens, it's a tough one because I'm going to tell you 2 different scenarios, honestly. I'm going to tell you my scenario and I'll tell you what I think should be, okay? If I was the person that's in my store behind the counter, then I'll run my business like this. I would have high-end quality and low-end quality, because I can guarantee that I will tell my customer there's 2 different options. But for people that don't run their own stores, that have employees in the front, you cannot always expect your customer. I appreciate you, Sergio. You cannot always expect your employee to deliver the message to your customers. So if you have employees in your stores that fully operate the front of your store, then I would prefer low-end screens. Or not really low-end, I would prefer, average. Like, not the cheapest, not the highest. Something in between that probably have 2 to 5% defect rate. You cannot avoid defect. You always have to have defect. There is no way to avoid it. Probably 90% of defects can be eliminated by the technician that repairs the phones, and they can test it right on point. But again, you can't do everything yourself as a business owner. You can't be the technician, you can't be the salesman, and you can't be the buyer. It's very tough. So if you are those 3 things at once, then you can eliminate 95% of the defect by ordering the medium quality screens and then avoid the defects whatsoever and never have a problem with it. If your market is, and that goes also back to, targeting your customers. Again, I never wanted to target a certain amount of or certain type of customers, because sometimes the pickiest customers are the ones that would fuck you over the most. And those are the ones that pay the most, because you got to understand, if you pay the top dollars, you expect the top service. And in our field, we can't promise them top quality, because we're buying parts from China, or we're buying parts from a third party here in the US that buys parts from China. So how can you offer them top quality when you're not, when there's defects? So I always kind of like how do I always say it? Under promise and over deliver. Okay? So under promise and over deliver. That's how I always tell my employees. It's always like, the repair is going to take 1 to 3 hours, and call them in 30 minutes and they'll fucking love you. Okay? Don't tell them 1 hour and it takes 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is what a lot of people don't get. It's really under promise and over deliver is the way it is. Look, when I post phones on my Facebook, or when I send an email out or blast a WhatsApp message, for example, to all my wholesale buyers, at that time I would have my phone charged. I will answer every single phone call, and I would have a pen and paper to call back everybody that I can't call them. What about over promise and over deliver? Jonathan, that is not reality. That is not reality. Over promise and over deliver is not reality, because if you over promise and you have one Galaxy S7 screen in your store, right? And a customer comes in and you fix a Galaxy S7 screen for $200, for example, and that is your only screen that you have. But you have John down the street, which is a friend of yours, that has another one in stock. And you told your customer, Kyle, that your screening will be done in 1 hour, right? And then that Galaxy S7 screen is defected, right? 45 minutes later, you are like fucking excited. Hey, the screen is done. I'm here to give it to him, and he's excited as well that you did it over in a quick second. And you turn on the phone and the screen is defected. What would you do then? Then over promise and over deliver does not actually exist. You were gonna have to go down to Kyle and pick up the screen from him, because he's your buddy and he's gonna back you up at a time where you need it the most. And that's where you tell the customer 1 to 2 hours, 1 to 3 hours to buy yourself some time, because there's never perfect in life, or it's never perfect. It's to make it even more true, is never perfect in our industry. It's never. I tell people, expect defect parts, expect defected phones. You're buying used phones, you're buying China parts, you're buying parts. There's always going to be a defect. So. So that's the way I go about it. I forgot what I was talking about before Jonathan. I forgot. I really did. So any questions, maybe? So this post or this message or this video was supposed to be just a kind of a motivational, getting back on track type of thing. Again, I usually underprice and overcharge. Exactly, underprice and overcharge. Yes, exactly. Tell a customer 54.5C comes and charge them. Well, you can do that, Tim, but you can also add accessories and tempered glasses and all that to do it. Startup capital. Okay, Steve. Startup capital. Aggressiveness. Look, if it's kind of like. It's literally a dog world out there. If you're the nice guy in your neighborhood, then you're the least one that's making money. If I'm friends with everybody around me, but I'm not also their friend. So they want me every time. They want some help. They want to buy parts. They want to. They run short on parts. I always back them up. So I do whatever it takes to kind of keep my respect along everybody. But I also do not tolerate to be number two. So I can't advertise. Here's what you gotta understand: you cannot advertise if you are number two. You cannot advertise if you're the highest person in the market. So because if remember this. Look at this. If Kyle is down the street from me and he's doing iPhone 6 repairs for $39, right? And I go around and I pay for ads and I charge $59, right? Then what is the point of me advertising? All I'm doing, I'm actually advertising to telling people, hey, I'm the highest person in fucking town. I'm the highest person in town. Okay? Go big or go home. Exactly, Muhammad. Keep a relationship, not a friendship. Exactly, Jake. So sometimes what a lot of people do, they actually pay to be number two. So if you're advertising that you're higher than Kyle, then you're just advertising yourself to be number two. So everybody will look at Kyle's ad and they will look at your ad and they were like, oh, well, this guy's higher than Kyle. So they started comparing. So this goes back to not really dropping your prices to the cheapest, but having two different quality screens in your store. So for example, a lot of people ask me, but you may be false advertising, right? So let's say this: I charge $39.99 for iPhone 6 glass LCD assembly. Okay, the glass cost me 50 cents, for example. Okay, labor, blah blah blah, cost me blah blah blah, comes up to, which I already would have the screen pre-ready, or would install an aftermarket screen and refurbish his own later. So let's say it cost me $10 in total. Okay, so that's $30 profit. Okay, $30 profit is constant for customers that do not belong to you, is a huge success. So what a lot of people don't do is, how much of an ideal starter repair shop? How much up 10? Funny how I'm gonna use this guy for an example. Minus our differences. Donald Trump got asked a question. He said, if you got $1 million, if somebody gave you $1 million, okay, what would you do with it to start a business? He goes, $100,000 goes towards inventory, or the company. $100,000 goes towards staff and employment, and $800,000 goes towards advertisement. So if you do not, I'm not asking you to have 80% of your business towards advertisement, but in my point of view, I do pay almost 30% of my monthly income or my monthly profit towards advertising. Advertisement, Juan, I'll buy cars, right? What a lot of people don't do is they don't exist. They try not to exist in the area. Let's see, Anthony. Just using an iPad Mini 2 for an example, as you're doing a glass replacement for a backlight goes out. Your business does not offer board work repairs, so you give it to a local shop and they charge you a fee. Do you as a company eat that cost? Of course, 100%. Or do you split between you and the customer? I cover myself, but I know someone stores that does 50-50. Why would you let the customer pay for something they do not know? Of course, you take the loss 100%. You take the loss 1,000%. 1,000% with no questions asked. If you charge your customers 50-50, then you deserve a bad review and you deserve that customer never to come back to you after that. You have two with ads. Yep. Good stuff, Tony. Anything else? Random questions. No problem, Anthony. I am a nice guy. Juan is a nice guy. Again, I will be doing a couple of more videos. I really do want to touch on the point of, bashing other people in the group. It kind of bothers me a lot. I'm not really supposed to pin on it because I never do anybody wrong. I try not to, at least. But it's just really, I can't control people, but treat people just like you want to be treated. You know what I mean? That's what I really want to say the most. You know, treat people what you really want to be treated, the way you want to be treated, because karma goes around. Let's see, what are you saying about the ad budgets? Ad budgets, it's literally about 30% of your profit goes to ads every single month. You have to do them smart. You have to really keep it constant. Keep your name in the market. Look, this is my idea. Look at this. You're gonna like this. My idea when I first started this business, my idea was this. You see this iPhone, right? It was literally like this. It was like, I wanted people to do this. Drop their phone, crack their phone. Oh shit, my phone is broken. Self-fix. Boom. My business name would be the first thing that people could think of, because it would be the last thing that everybody saw. You know what I mean? So that's the way I wanted to kind of run my business. I catchy name is everything to me. And being available for people is the main thing. I do answer phone calls any fucking time of the day, because these customers do come, and I always see results, because I always follow up with my stores. What are you saying about ads? If you as the tech damage, I will have it fixed for your dime. Exactly. Why one is the best? I don't know why. Typical question. Do you microsolder phones? Yes, we do. Not as much. Not as much, because I aim for fast income, not slow income. So what we do is, you gotta understand, when you open from 10 to 8, you want the most amount of dollar to come through, not the most amount of labor, or the most amount, or the slowest repair. You want fast things. So sometimes we outsource things. Like if I get 5 phones, sometimes I would outsource them and pay somebody to fucking spend 2 hours on a phone on a microsolder, because my job is to bring more income. Whatever it takes. I never say no. I never say no. So things that I don't do, for example, we do everything here, but things that I didn't do in the past, we never said no. So slowly we started accepting everything, and slowly I started learning, or my employees, or I had a tech to learn to fix those things in-house, and eventually everything started becoming in-house. You know what I mean? When should I hire my first employee? When you're making a lot of money. William, welcome back. And do you do memory expansion for blacklisted iCloud? Not in my stores. I don't offer that, honestly, because I rather buy back the phones. I rather buy back the phones for parts. So anybody comes in with an iCloud, I take their ID, their fingerprint, and we buy back the phone for $20, $30. And this way I don't have to fucking buy small parts of phones. I use their camera, charging port, all that kind of stuff. Jim, what's good, my buddy? I didn't get a notification until now. It's only started from the beginning. Start over from the beginning. I just got a text from wifey. I gotta head out. I gotta roll, bro. No problem, Kenny. Thanks for another great discussion with the negativity. Okay, without negativity. Yep, thank you. Appreciate it. Too late, Jim. You've been building it, right? Children are here. The Sony. No pop sockets. No pop sockets. I had a few of them, and then I just got rid of them for cheap. How can you live muscle life? Good question, Chop. I got you. Let's see. Hey, Tony. I'm trying to get some questions before I go. Hey, Tony. On the concept of under promise and over deliver, are promises made on Sundays that are not valid? Sundays, I mean, you basically accept. Oh, you're talking about that. Okay. So a promise. Okay. So a promise that was made on a Sunday. So let's say this. So this guy, Tawfiq, he calls me last year and he ordered Turbo Sims. Okay. So he calls me on a Sunday. I picked up the phone, and believe it or not, I was at Disney with my family. Disney World with my family. I picked up the phone, no problem, and I said, okay, here it is. He wants 10 SIM cards, and paid the money for them on a Sunday. Okay, that following Monday, I flew to Vegas to CES show. The order that he placed, he was supposed to deliver. It was supposed to arrive on Friday to him. Either way, he paid for $7 shipping, for the shipping to come on Friday, for the order to come on Friday. So Monday I did not ship. Okay, Tuesday I shipped and I expedited the shipping, and I paid $15 for the shipping for him to still receive it on Friday. So this guy blasted me on the group, like we were talking about. He blasted me on the group, and he says that I did not ship it on Monday because I promised him to ship it on Monday. So he goes back and forth between a lot of people. I don't know if you guys remember this, and he literally got like 150 comments in 30 minutes. People try to raise him a fund for $7. So the whole point was the delivery date's supposed to be on a Friday. And I was late one day, so I expedited the shipping on my end, on my behalf, and I didn't ask him nothing for him to receive it on Friday. And he received it on Friday. So he goes in the group and he blasts me, but, you know, I don't know if I was wrong. Yes, I was wrong not shipping it on Monday, but I wasn't wrong for you to receive it on Friday. Can I share the warranty on the terms that shows in the receipt? Yes, I will post that. James, what's good? Happy Eid, Amir, Habibi. That's what I do. I never stock small parts batteries. Yep. Thank you for sharing the knowledge. I appreciate it. Just kidding, bro. I know. I just had to bring it out. I don't know if it was. No, it wasn't. It's some guy. It was $7 shipping, brother. Okay, so let's move on. You still got it on Friday, so that's the whole point. Any other questions? Oh, we will be doing a huge blast on unlocks tomorrow. FRP, Google removals, sprint unlocks, and everything else. It's gonna be massive. Like, it's gonna be massive prices, low prices. So if you guys do not know or don't have an account on selfixunlock.net, create one. If you guys have any questions, I knew you was gonna say that. One, I'm sorry, brother. It's benefit is of the doubt. You know, I'm trying my. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. So if I can save people money, then I can save people money, Juan. Geez, I hope you're just kidding with shipping. Yeah, he's still talking about it. Are you doing remote services? Yes, I will not discuss this here because it's a lot of work or a lot of talking. When it happens to T-Mobile cleaning should be back up tomorrow. Hopefully be delivering. So if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to inbox me, text me. My number 813-900-4000. Again, thank you guys. I appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in. And let's keep the peace and don't make fun of each other in the group. All we're doing is make fools of ourselves, you know. Just pass along the. I can talk. I don't know. Hey, it's a gift, maybe. You never know. So, thank you guys, and God bless you all, and have a good weekend.